marica.
The worker climbed onto a barrel to perform welding. However, during the welding process, sparks fell into the barrel and the situation quickly got out of control. The chemical gases inside the barrel suddenly ignited. Never use barrels like ladders because they may contain gas or flammable substances. Never work without proper protective equipment.
Uy, marica. No, baila, hermano. No.
The workers were installing a large pipe into the trench they had dug. While they were slowly placing the pipe into position, the wall beside the trench suddenly began to collapse, putting the workers in serious danger. Never create unprotected trenches or work inside them. The soil can collapse at any moment, so always make sure the necessary safety precautions are taken. A worker was inspecting a robotic system inside a factory. Everything seemed normal at first. However, the robotic arm suddenly moved without warning. Within seconds, the situation turned into a serious accident. Never enter the operating area of active robotic systems carelessly. Before any maintenance or inspection is performed, the power must be completely shut off and all necessary safety precautions must be taken. Never apply strong pressure to a pressurized area. What would you do in this situation? A 90-year-old man was walking down the street with his cane when a reversing truck failed to notice him. Even though the driver checked the mirrors while backing up, the elderly man remained in the vehicle's blind spot. Never be careless when operating large vehicles or reversing. If your visibility is limited, always ask someone for assistance and move slowly and carefully. The moment the man stepped onto the sidewalk, the pavement suddenly collapsed beneath him. It was definitely a terrible way to start the day, but fortunately, nothing serious happened. Everything seemed normal in the heavy lifting area. The load was slowly lifted into the air. However, the balance suddenly shifted and the rigging connections failed. Within seconds, the suspended load turned into a major danger. Never stand beneath suspended loads. Before any lifting operation, always check the rigging, load weight, and balance points carefully. A small mistake can lead to serious workplace accidents.
You're all right? Yeah.
3 workers in a workshop were trying to open the side of a barrel. While cutting it with a machine, the barrel suddenly shot out of place and caused a serious accident. Never work on a barrel without securing it properly. When using machinery, always make sure to wear protective equipment such as safety glasses, gloves, and a face shield. While the forklift was operating, a worker was not paying attention and unknowingly entered the forklift's blind spot. The forklift operator failed to see the worker, which led to an accident. Never enter a forklift's blind spot and always stay alert around these vehicles. Chefs were cooking inside a restaurant in Henan, China. During the cooking process, one of the chefs started pouring liquid oil onto the hot food and later realized he had made a major mistake. Never pour liquid oil uncontrollably onto food exposed to high heat or open flames. Always remember to take all necessary safety precautions. Everything seemed normal for the worker who had started welding at a construction site. However, while welding, the metal suddenly broke away from its connection point. Fortunately, the worker himself was not wearing any safety harness. Never work at heights without securing yourself first. Do not secure only the metal. Always secure yourself with proper safety equipment before starting work. A worker was standing on the back of a truck during an unloading operation. Everything seemed normal at first. However, the moving forklift got too close to the worker, and the heavy load along with the forklift mast struck him. The worker suddenly lost his balance and fell to the ground. The biggest cause of the accident was that the worker was standing in the forklift's blind spot and inside a dangerous zone. Never stand on a truck bed while a forklift is operating nearby. Always maintain a safe distance and stay in communication with other workers. Remember, a single second of distraction can lead to serious workplace accidents. Everything seemed normal during the fuel transfer operation. However, the fuel transfer area can turn into a major danger zone within seconds. Even a small connection mistake can lead to serious problems. Never transfer fuel without checking the hoses and connections first. During fueling operations, always stay alert for sparks, high heat, and static electricity. A small act of negligence can turn into a major accident.
都已经上了，现在在推了。在播吗？
While two employees were continuing their work in the office, they suddenly became shocked because at a moment they never expected, the loud noise coming from the refrigerator completely terrified them. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.